Welcome to the online video series presented by Structure Studios. This video will review the GIS feature. Geographic Information System, or simply GIS, is aerial images and surveyed terrain of a property taken by plane, which can be loaded in scale into your project for you. We've researched many aerial imaging solutions and found this to be the most detailed and accurate available. So how does it work? GIS is loaded in Stage 1 Project Information. We'll click on the GIS Image button in the panel menu, and the GIS search window will appear. We can type in the address of the property we're searching for, or the longitude and latitude of the property. It's best to use longitude and latitude when accessing larger properties. Use a service like Google Maps. Select where you want the center of the GIS result to be, and then copy the longitude and latitude results and paste into the search box. Once the address is verified, we can see details of the image before downloading it. The average quality available on other mapping solutions is 12 to 24 inches per pixel, while we provide image quality of 3 inches per pixel, like this one. Next, we can review the date the image was captured. We want to ensure it's a recent date, especially when working with new developments. This image was taken less than 1 year ago. We'll also have the option to download up to 4 angled views. These images will be saved to your project's screenshot folder. We can choose to display the parcel line of the property as well. We're happy with our results, so we'll purchase this image by clicking Next. Each downloaded address will cost a single credit. Credits can be purchased one at a time or in discounted bulk packages. Anyone is welcome to purchase GIS credits, and the billing will be linked with your unique designer profile and membership, separate from the main account. Your account owner can also purchase credits for each membership or shared credits, which are pooled for all members on the account. Once your payment information is added and processed, the GIS image download will begin. The property's aerial image and terrain data are now loaded into our file. The image is automatically set to scale, so we know the measurements will be accurate. We can view the terrain data in the terrain stage as well, which uses the multiple slopes feature. We can also see the terrain lines in 3D. Before we start drawing, let's review some of the controls for the GIS image. The GIS image works just like the background image feature. We can hide or display the GIS image under the Hide Unhide menu, or use keyboard shortcut Control Shift B. We can even load a separate background image as well, displaying both the background and GIS. Adjust the opacity of either the GIS image or background image when both are loaded to help view both at the same time. To remove the GIS image from the project, click on the trash can icon to the right of the GIS image button. This will remove the image, but keep the terrain data. There are now 2 ways to load the GIS image. Click on the Insert Background Image button and select the overhead view from the Screenshots folder. This background image will need to be scaled. For more information on the background image feature, visit the help page on support.structurestudios.com. If we want to load the GIS image again, automatically at scale, as well as the terrain data, we can load the same address. Searching for the same address allows you to download it again for free for up to 1 year with your CD key. Our GIS image is now loaded again. The image is loaded with north being the top of the grid. But as we know, it's easier to draw with straight lines, so we can rotate the image to fit our needs. Click on Rotate GIS Image, and we'll see the rotate icon automatically appear. To adjust the image to the angle we want, simply click and drag. We may need to zoom in and out to verify the image is rotated to the correct angle. We can also use the Pan GIS feature to adjust its position on the grid. Our image is rotated and panned, but that means the terrain is still at the original orientation. That's not a problem. When no longer rotating or panning, the software will notify us the terrain needs to be updated. Clicking Yes will make the terrain match the new position of the image, while No will leave the terrain as is. We can also click the Generate Terrain Data button at any time to align the terrain to the image. We can verify the updated position in the terrain stage as well. VIP 3D members can also rotate their north orientation to match the new angle of the image as well. It's time to begin tracing our image. We'll start by tracing our house shape. Using the Line tool, we'll follow the shape of the house until it's complete. We can add a roof and adjust the other settings such as height as well. Soon, we have our house complete quicker and easier than before, thanks to GIS. When we go to 3D, our house is adjusted to our terrain because auto elevation is turned on. Because the grade is steep, some of the house is lifted out of the ground. We can manually adjust the elevation until our house is settled on the terrain, and if needed, adjust the height as well to compensate for the new lower elevation. We've drawn the basic shape of our house, and we can easily add more details. We can view the angled images we downloaded to review the details of our house. We'll access our screenshots, double-click one of the angled images to open it, and zoom in on the property. Here we can see details of the property. We can use these images to review the entire property, the neighbors' homes, the size and location of existing plants and trees, and all without having to drive to the client's property. We can even see details like the forest in the rear of the property, something we could not tell from an overhead view. Next, we'll add our property fence. The yellow border on the image indicates where the parcel line is. We'll trace the sections of this line to create our fence. We can use the measure guide to verify our fence is the correct distance from the edge of the house as well. Please note, the parcel line is for reference only and may not be perfectly aligned with all locations. Using the measure guide is a quick way to verify its placement. If not correctly aligned, trace the yellow line, then move the property line over to match the position marked by the measure guide. Let's add a pool to our project. We'll quickly place a template in the backyard. Right away, we can see how much space we'll have to design with. We can add guides to mark easements so we know our design will meet local codes. Next, we'll use the planters stage to create our driveway. Shapes drawn in planters will automatically follow the terrain that's set, so it will follow the front yard slope. Not only that, but by tracing the lines using the GIS image, we can get data like the square footage of existing features built on the property. Now that our driveway is in place, we need to make some changes to the terrain in the front yard. Please note, as the terrain is survey grade, depending on when the survey was taken, the GIS terrain data that is loaded may not perfectly match the current property. The front yard has had some work done on it since the survey was complete. We can add the new terrain using the multiple slope system and the 3D terrain tools as well to add these additional details. The GIS image we loaded had a high level of detail as it was taken via plane instead of satellite. Each pixel represents 3 inches as we saw in our search results. To illustrate this, let's look at the sidewalk. We measured this when we visited the property. Using the pixels as our reference points, we'll use the measure guide, zoom in close to the image, and measure our sidewalk to verify that it matches the dimensions we recorded. The GIS image will also appear in the construction stage as well. In construction markup, we can see how our default fill patterns fill our shapes with our GIS image loaded behind it. It will also appear in your 2D view in page layout and print with the project as well, and can easily be displayed and hidden as needed. Thanks for watching. For further assistance, please visit structurestudios.com, call 800-778-8996, or email support@structurestudios.com.